Welcome in, folks. I'm Jake Ellenbogen, and today we are going to be having a film review. This is JE Film Room. As well, last year, if you guys remember or don't remember, we did this a little bit last year. My equipment wasn't anywhere near as good, so it wasn't as great. I was using, what was I using? StreamYard, I think. And yeah, it just didn't come out well. So we're streaming this directly. We'll see if we get copyright struck or not. But all right, let's do this thing. So we got Rams Bills. We're gonna be breaking this thing down, and then finally we close the book on this. Okay, we're done. Right? No more talking about this game. We'll move on. But we gotta know, how the hell did this happen? How the hell did the Los Angeles Rams look this bad? We're going to go into it. So let's get into this thing here. We have a kickoff. I'm not going to go through this kickoff here because that is not the kickoff anyway that, what's-his-face gets hurt on. Kyron Williams. All right. So here, basically, what we're looking at, you got Bobby Wagner here. You got Ernest Jones. You got Floyd. Keep an eye on the socks and everything. It's going to be hard to see who's who, and I don't really like the way the quality is on this. It is a little blurry. But you got Floyd here. You got Donald, of course. He's always going to have more of that stockier look. Then you got Greg Gaines, Ashawn Robinson. They let him move around a lot in this game. You got Jalen Ramsey, it looks like, here. Although he might have... I can't really tell. Nope, you have Ramsey here. So then you have this guy, and that is... Who is that? Oh, that's Rapp. All right. So let's go back. All right, because I need to know who's who. All right, so we got Ramsey here. This is Diggs. You got Rapp here in the slot. Covering, I believe that looks like Crowder. And then you got Troy Hill up here. You got Nick Scott here, Jordan Fuller here. So, this is what we're going to see here. Josh Allen. And Aaron Donald is so explosive, man. So, Ramsey's playing pretty far off this ball. And you can already see Diggs. He has his ankle flexion going this way, so it's kind of a tell he's going to be around here. And this is really the game plan because they know how the Rams defense wants to operate. And that's really what it comes down to. Everyone knows how the Rams operate. They're going to play this soft shell. They are pretty much playing the bend, don't break. And so what you're going to see is Allen's going to get this thing out quickly. A dart. Boom, there you go. Ramsey kind of gives him a half-ass nudge. All right, we see it again from this angle. And see, Allen has time, but you do see Donald is starting to get through here. And they know the best way to attack this defense is to really just let this thing go quickly. And that's what they did all night, essentially. If you're wondering what happened, Josh Allen took advantage of the way the defense was. They were set up. I mean, you watched it. But if you're looking for the further explanation, this is going to show you. Boom. Look how quickly he gets that out. No one's going to hit him if he gets the ball out that quickly. Think back to 2018. It was Monday Night Football, kickoff against the Raiders. Derek Carr's just getting the thing out immediately. That's how it was. All right. So here we go. You got some motion here. I love the motion. So you got Josh Allen. Once again, Donald looking explosive as always. Misses that. Allen now can step up. These guys are getting handled here. You have Floyd, not really a factor in this one. Ramsey's out here because of the motion. He's kind of playing over here. He's in zone. And then we're going to find here that Allen is just going to take off and run with this thing. And those are some good yards. It's going to get the first down. So once again, we'll see it from this side. Allen, nice job. Because honestly, Donald brought Allen down in 2020 on this very play. Don't be surprised. Aaron Donald will rip guys down by the jersey. He doesn't care. So, this is still a good play by Allen because Aaron Donald can toss guys just by getting an arm on them. It happens a lot, believe it or not. So Donald misses him there. Can't really blame him. Not a great angle. And then you got Allen. He's going to run for the first. And, I mean, he's the prototypical how you want your quarterback built in this day and age. All right. So now we got motion here. He was huge. This is Gilliam. And the fullback he gets hurt at some point in this game, but he was a great lead blocker in this one. They're using a fullback, so you fullback fans out there, there you go. He's just on the other team. There's a toss play here. Gilliam moving this guy out of the way. That's Floyd. You got Rapp. That's Troy Hill. So you see Troy Hill now has to kind of cut in here, fill here, because if not, he could kind of blow by here. If this was James Cook, I'd be worried about him making this cut and just housing this thing. But you're going to see here, he tries to do that. And there you go, my friends. Perfect example of why speed and explosion matters. Motor Devin Singletary is a good running back, right? But as you could see, he doesn't have the home run ability. So he's not going to try and cut here because you had Hill right there. He's going to try to cut through here, and he doesn't have the speed to do it, so he gets hit. That's how that works. Pretty interesting, right? You think about it, that's why speed matters in this league. You watch it again, you see here, he could run here, because this is a cornerback tackling him. He could break that. But then look, this is a good play by Hill to kind of cover some ground here and flip him up. It also is because Singletary just isn't that fast. All right, we move on here. Next play. And I'm watching this for the first time in all 22, so I'm just going through. All right, we'll stop it here. That's a pretty decent pocket for Allen, but he is feeling the pressure. Greg Gaines has pushed through. And you're going to see he's going to throw this over here, dump it off, the good play, getting the ball out quickly. Once again, Allen just getting the ball out quickly. So, watch here. See, Gaines, love the pressure. Gaines is a monster. I think he would have had a sack on most quarterbacks in this league, but Allen, he came in knowing what to do here. Just get it off. You could tell. They were like, just get rid of the ball quickly. We know how good you are, but... All right, back in the gun here, Allen is. I believe there's Hollins. So they didn't always have Hollins on the field. They had Terrell Lewis. They used the 3 safeties. They get different looks. This is a handoff here to Singletary, who I thought ran extremely well. But that's a really nice job. And we're going to highlight A'Shawn Robinson here. Watch Robinson. This is how you can tell he's healthy finally. And he really hasn't been healthy during his tenure with the Rams. Watch this. He gets over here. This is good. Very good job by A'Shawn. Look at that. To disengage his block there. That is just, I love that play. I loved it when it first happened. I'm like, all right, postseason A'Shawn's here. All right, once again, just going to get this out quickly. Allen recognizes it in 2 seconds, realizes, wait, that's number 54 on my number 1 receiver. All right, let's just pull the trigger on this one because that's Leonard Floyd covering him because of the zone. Yeah, I wasn't a big fan of this look. I thought the first look was obviously really good, but you see here, they just don't get enough pressure. Donald was close, but you cannot leave Diggs this open because I don't care if Floyd is here. This is open, man. This is open. So, as you can see, yep, there you go. So they're just chipping away at this point. Really good drive by the Bills. They put in Zach Moss here. Toss to Moss. Rhymes. And the Rams do a nice job here of bottling him up. Terrell Lewis is there to make the tackle, but they really had it figured out. That toss didn't do anything. I'm going to watch again here. Gaines, once again, this is what you want to see. Greg Gaines, and I'm going to take little things that I liked about this game because I understand it's hard to watch, but you got to watch every game over again because you got to see what went on and what didn't. And so just to see Greg Gaines in last year's form is it's a good sight because he's had 2 times where he's penetrated the backfield. You got to love that. But look at this. So this is Terrell Lewis, and he's a bat out of hell here. See? That's beautiful. Look at that cut. You got to watch that again. It's like a running back with him. I mean, people forget because he's always hurt, but Terrell Lewis, man, he's athletic. You watch it again. There he is right here. Look at, most guys aren't going to be able to recover from this. Is this a stumble? Not really sure. It doesn't matter. Watch, he's going to stop on a dime. Boom. See the grass come up. There you go. Or the pellets because it's fake grass, but you get the point. All right, so you're going to get motion here. And I think that's Knox. So you're going to have Ernest Jones come over. Allen immediately, he's looking to drop something quick. That's the thing, because he knows this defensive line is nasty. I mean, they're going to give him problems. And so right here, you're going to see no one open. The Rams have covered this nicely, especially right here, because if he wanted to go here earlier, he sees this guy. This guy could drop and, totally pick that off. So Allen is going to roll out, and he's going to dump it off here, and this is a good move, and this is Josh Allen doing what Josh Allen does. If you by chance watch the Jets on Sunday against the Ravens, this is what they were missing. See, mobility is key. Stafford can make this play too. It's not like it's just Josh Allen. But when guys are able to extend the play and improvise, those are the best quarterbacks in football. All right. Moving on. Allen with a beautiful fake here. Rams do see it, by the way. This is diagnosed well. But the problem is, this is not. You cannot leave this guy this open, and there's no excuse why there's no help here. This is Gabe Davis. This is the touchdown. There you go. Like, there needs to be help there. So, you watch. This is a really nice play-action fake. He's going to boot it out to the right. And Rapp, at this point, just took way too long to diagnose this play. He has already moved all the way out here. Josh Allen can throw across his body over here, but he's not going to. Most quarterbacks are not throwing over here. So you're going to watch again, and see, a lot of people are baiting on Ramsey here. I don't know if that's entirely on Ramsey. You'll watch it again. Look at how long Rapp takes to get over there. So watch this again. You're going to see the play action. Now that Allen is here, why are you can see him. See, that's too long to diagnose. By that point, you're near the far hash, and there is Gabe Davis streaking down the sideline ready to catch this ball. Watch. See, that's way too... Do you see what I mean? So, this right here, whether it's a break on him, whether it's, it's Jalen's fault, or whether it's Terrell Lewis's fault, I mean, it's just not good enough, This is not a good play. You got 2 guys trying to... Yeah, it's just not going to work. But like I said, Rapp has to be... See, like, by the time this ball was thrown, Rapp should have been about here. He needs to have a break on this ball. Because at worst, if he leaves his post over here, like, Josh Allen is throwing a pass across the field. And this is probably going to get picked because this is not a good throw. Not a good decision to go across the field. You don't have anybody here. So Rapp should have been over here. He's way too late. And as you could see, not going to get there. And that's how that play happens. All right, let's fast forward through this. And now let's go. All right. So in case you don't know, this is how Kyren Williams gets hurt. You have Brandon Powell taking this ball out. Brandon Powell gets tripped up. And Kyren Williams is engaged here. And Brandon Powell is going to slide right into his ankle. And there you go. Now, of course, he's on IR. So I can't blame Brandon Powell entirely. You know, it's not like he did it on purpose, but it's really frustrating to see on the first and like why he's out there. I mean, I understand he's a great special teamer. I do, but you'll see it from this angle. So Kyron Williams is here. He's engaging with 33. Also, this needs to be better. What is that? Like, he probably should have engaged with him too. But anyway, you have Jacoby Durant kind of gets beat by that guy and then trips him up and right into Kyron Williams. So, yeah, it's frustrating. All right. So now we're on the offensive side. Everyone loves the offense, right? Except for when they look like crap. All right. So right away, Stafford's under center. You got Kupp up here. You're going to see him. He's got the longer blue socks. You got the black shoes. That's going to be Allen Robinson. And I believe that is Higbee there. He's going to be more bulked up. So, all right. You got Hendo in the backfield. I love the motion there. Oh, that was Skoranek. I like the way this play's working. I like the design of it. You know, you have cut motion here. You could fake this. You have all of a sudden, Skoranek coming in for the lead block. So, like, defenses are seeing this and they're like, well, cut motion, so I got to at least give him an honest, thing there because they could hand it off to him to start the game. Henderson's in the backfield. He's about to hand it off to Henderson. But on top of it, this could be a double kind of fake here, and then, he could end up throwing it to someone. So it's one of those things where, you gotta take advantage of this. So he's going to hand off to Henderson. Now, this is a good run. This is a good run here. It's not a great run, but look at here. See, not bad. Like, he's going to push forward and he's going to get some yards. I thought Henderson ran well. I just think they didn't run that much with Henderson, to be honest with you. Okay. So you got Stafford under center. Yeah, they pretty much sat in 11 personnel the whole game. So just keep that in mind. That's a false start on David Edwards, and his day was not very good. So it's not like it got any better after that. Okay. Well, there's the false start up close and personal. Now we got in the shotgun here. You got Stafford, Hendo, Skoranek here, Kupp here. You got Higbee here, and you got Allen Robinson here. We're going to see. So Von Miller is going to come on the outside here. I like the handoff. I don't love running out of the shotgun, but you got to at least keep them honest, because if you never run out of the shotgun, then, hey, look, like, I'm not going to defend the run because you're not giving me any reason to assume that you're going to run the football. You know what I'm saying? So you definitely have to, do that. You have to keep them honest, whether you like it or not. And, it doesn't go for a lot. Obviously, Hendo tries to make the most of it. So we're going to see here. And there's just not a lot there. So we move on. Still in the gun here. You got 3 out here. Allen Robinson here. You got Higbee, Skoranek, Kupp. And that's a good pocket. Not a great pocket. He is coming in here, but Stafford, he might have wanted to get this ball here, but he's going to roll out, see if he can buy himself some time, and he delivers a strike to Cooper Kupp because of that. We just talked about it on the other end, right? We just talked about this improvisation with Josh Allen and how other quarterbacks, they'll stay there, nothing's there, they'll throw it away, or they'll get sacked or something, right? Well, Stafford doesn't want just this check down here. He could totally throw to... he could throw to Skoranek here. There's no reason why he can't throw to Skoranek here, especially with Edmonds now, who's kind of out in no man's land. He already saw Tyler Higbee, so he is on his back foot here, leaning this way. So this is an easy throw because he's not possibly going to be able to change directions quick enough to stop a rocket to Skoranek here. So you're going to see here, Skoranek was waiting for it. He doesn't get it, and then Stafford is going to throw. It looked like a no-look pass, actually. Let's go back and see that. So you got Stafford. He's going through his progressions. Pump faked it even. So that was a nice job by him. So you're going to... no, not a no-look pass. Just kind of a cool-looking throw. There you go. Beautiful pocket throw to Cooper Kupp. All right. Outside the pocket, but a pocket throw as in like the side pocket of the sideline. That's what I meant to say. When you throw in between like a cornerback and a safety, that's what I call like throwing it in a pocket. So there you got. I love this motion. Again, you're going to hear me say it a lot. I love the play designs. I actually really liked what they tried to get going in this game. I like the play designs. I said it during the live stream, and I believe it now, of course. But, you know, right here, no one is blocking Von Miller. Now, luckily, they run the other side, but no one's really blocking Von Miller there. So you'll see. And yeah, there's not really anything going. But I like that they tried to run the ball and establish the run early on. I do like that. All right, now you got empty set for Matthew Stafford in the gun. And this is a loss. So Stafford's going to have to get rid of the ball. And he's going to dump it off. And this is nice. There you go. It's a slip screen to the tight end. And again, folks, sorry if I'm I get more information as the play goes on. This is my first time watching all 22, and the way NFL Plus has it, I don't have the plays in front of me. So you're going to see here, they're going to use the leverage against them. You got, what's his face right here? Higbee against Rousseau. I'm going to take Rousseau every day. But here's the thing. It's going to be a block and release. So we're going to see he's going to release there. And now Stafford's job is to see this and get rid of the ball quick. And there you go. Immediately. It was like his head was on a swivel. Did you see that? How quickly he changed? He was looking over here. And then all of a sudden he gets into this position like that. And there you go. Just a little jump throw there. Reads his blocks. Boom. There you go. Higbee gets the first. And that's a great play call. In that scenario, you're using the defense's leverage against them. That's exactly what you want. So now here you got, looks like Skoranek in motion. There's the play action, not a great play action. Von Miller gets beat here. Nice job by Noteboom. And he's going to throw this to Skoranek. And I like Skoranek, trying to reach out, get some extra yards. Appreciate it. Appreciate the effort. So once again, you're going to see motion. Love the motion. And this is a good pocket. I am absolutely sure that Stafford wanted to go deeper down the field with this type of pocket because this is one of the best pockets he's going to see all night. But he knew he didn't have anything. So there you go. I like the decision. All right. So now, back in the gun, you got these two right here. That's Skoranek, and that's Allen Robinson. You got Kupp up here. Higbee's there. Henno still in the backfield. So Stafford, this is the play where Noteboom breaks down. Okay? Von Miller didn't like Noteboom beating him last rep, so he made sure to make him pay for it. You're going to see here, Von Miller is out on the outside here. And that is just a really nice job to just bench press Noteboom. And there you go. Because the rest, everyone did their job here. This is a good pocket aside from Noteboom. Noteboom wins this matchup, and this might have been a pretty positive play. Instead, Stafford's going to get sacked, and yeah, you see that. I love, Edwards falling on top of his quarterback. I know he's not trying to do it, but come on, man. All right, empty set here. Stafford feels the rush. This is supposed to be a quick play here. So we'll see. He goes to... all right. See? Boom. Just get it out. Gets it to Cup. That's a win for Buffalo. The Rams have to punt. I believe that was like 4th and 1, but they had to punt. They weren't going to go for it there. It wasn't 4th and 1. I'm wrong on that. So there you have the punt. All right. We move here. Allen has 2 backs here. And then he's got Knox in motion. Knox comes in to block Floyd. And as you can see, that block kind of springs this plus run. They had Gilliam in the backfield on this one. Yeah, I like this play design as well. Knox comes in. He seals off Flo here. Gilliam is the lead blocker. Yeah, I really like this play design. This is Ken Dorsey. You know, people said, hey, is Ken Dorsey going to be able to do it? This was all Brian Dable last year. Can he do it? I thought Ken Dorsey called a hell of a game. And this right here, you know, I like Gilliam being there. Obviously, he didn't get it done because, you know, he's out there in no man's land. There was nobody in front of him. And so he does get tackled. And this is a great tackle, by the way, by Troy Hill. Needs to get credit for that. Was not really in a great spot, but was able to make the tackle. Allen gets kind of a weird snap. Pump fakes it here. You know, he's got 2 options here. Like he can go here to the running back. He could go to Diggs. He's not going to throw here unless this opens up. And he probably doesn't like this, although I could see him testing that down the field maybe later on in the game. So then Allen tries to step up, and there's Donald for his 99th career sack. So we'll go through this play again. And Donald is really just dominating. You know, early on. Davis really didn't play that well. I know Donald only had 1 sack or whatever you want to say, but I mean, I thought he got outplayed. It's just this guy got rid of the ball really quickly. So Donald comes in there and boom, there you go. Vintage Aaron Donald bringing him down. You love to see that. Okay. Now you got some motion here. You got Diggs out here. Ramsey playing off. And this is just going to be a quick timing round. I believe this is going to be to Diggs. And there you go. This is just, it shows you how hard and how difficult and why you can't take for granted good quarterback play. Look at this. He's throwing this ball before he's even ready for it. I mean, he got ready here, but like this ball's already out. This ball's going to hit him in the hands like that. In between 3 defenders. Like Stafford, Allen, Rodgers, Mahomes, those are the type of quarterbacks that are making that throw. It's a great throw. It's a great play. And it's going to give them plus yardage. Bills needed that one on this drive after the sack. So now they have a weird, like, what do they even call that? That's not pistol. Weird motion here, but a weird formation. And so this is going to be a screen, and the Rams, I don't really think they diagnosed it. It's a bubble screen I think that's Crowder. So what we're going to see here is they're going to come over, and Rapp is just not, he's not like a corner. You know, he's not going to be able to break on this ball as quick as the others. That's my one issue with Taylor Rapp. I will say that. Okay? He is put in position where he has to make a play like that, and he's just simply not explosive enough to get over there in time. You saw it on the throw to Gabe Davis. I like Rapp, but Rapp is, you know, that's not his strong suit. When you get him out there on an island like that, he's got to come over and make a tackle. He's trying to change his angle here. He's still going to make the tackle, but they get the first down. And you'll see it again. See, Rapp, I mean, this is still a really good effort by Rapp, but they take advantage of that. That's a first down because of it. All right. Then you got some motion. There's Isaiah Mckenzie. He's going to make a nice play on the ball there. And he's going to get walloped by Ramsey, who's clearly frustrated at that point. And I mean, I get it. He should be. This is just too much time for Allen to throw. Because that was past the sticks after they just converted the first down. That's not just soft shell. That's not just getting the ball out quickly. Like, he got it out pretty quick, but like there wasn't enough pressure there. There needs to be more pressure on that play. You can't give Allen that much time to throw. So now they go under center. Allen play action. They feel like, we've run it a little bit. Let's try the play action here. Not really anything going. So you got this check down here. It's a tight end slip screen, it looks like. And that's going to be Dawson Knox' only catch of the game. Probably because I had him on Prize Picks, so. Not bitter. Yeah, they were there, but slip screen. And that looks designed. I'll be honest with you. I'm sure Allen has the option there if he wants to test down the field, like if it's there, but that seemed pretty designed to me. So once again, they love putting Knox like right in around this area. And then Allen is going to look, and he's got Diggs here. David Long. I mean, I understand, like, he was trying to get in front of him, but, you know. I think this is actually not a horrible play by David Long. He got some hate on Twitter for this. David Long's job here is to make sure this guy doesn't go around him, because there is nobody here. No, there are people here. There's nobody over here. So if Diggs gets around him, he's housing this. And he stays in front of him enough to funnel him back in. And when you funnel him back towards the middle of the field like this, then he's easier to bring down. So I actually thought that was exactly how it should have been played by Long. He got a lot of flack for, just kind of sitting there. It's like, no. He's trying to force him inside and trying to funnel him into, gang tackles, like help over the middle of the field. Okay, now we see here, Allen, you can't leave this guy that open. This is the problem here. And there's going to be a moment here, right, where you're like, how does this, because I believe this is a pick. So you're like, how on earth, if you were to tell me, and I didn't see the game, and you told me this play is going to result, and I could be wrong, we're about to see it. Again, first time watching this all 22. If you were to tell me, if this is what I believe it is, if you were to tell me here, and I never saw this game, that this play would turn into a Rams interception, I don't know, man. Yep, there it is. Man, Terrell Lewis just Dre Blyed him. We'll watch this again. I mean, that was nuts. That was absolutely nuts. He just took it and then did like a somersault over him. All right. Now the Rams take over. This is the opportunity. You just got a turnover in, like, they were about to score. Let's be honest here. The defense was having a hard time. They got a sack on that drive, yes, but the Bills were marching down the field. You get a stop. Your offense needs to come up with 7 here. No doubt. They have to tie the game. I don't care. They can't settle for a field goal. You have to take advantage of the momentum swing. That is football. So what we're going to see here on this drive is the Rams need to do that, and I don't believe they're going to do that. I know they're not going to do that. Okay, so anyway. This is a nice run by Henderson. So you got Allen here. Coleman Shelton there. Allen gives him a little bit of a shove. And then, I mean, Henderson really had to make the most of that. There wasn't a ton of room, but Henderson had some nice runs when there wasn't a ton of room to run. I noticed that. All right, Stafford in the gun, and he knows he's got this guy. I'm sure he would have loved to try to throw this route down the field, but this is going to take all day. You're not going to leave Cooper Kupp this open and have Stafford not throw him. So there you go. Cooper Kupp, boom. And I'm sure like the Bills were content with that. Otherwise, they wouldn't have left him open because, now it's a 3rd and manageable, but it's not a first down. So Stafford goes through his progressions, and there you see. All right. That's really annoying. I keep right-clicking my mouse. Okay, so we're going to see here. They had Hendo out wide. He's going to come back. They actually did this a lot. They had him come back into the backfield, but then he's actually going to do a motion. So I really like the play design here. Creativity. Stafford. Is he going to throw to Allen Robinson here? He's not, but could he have? I think he zips that in there, to be honest with you. But he didn't like it because he knew this guy was bearing down on him. So then he switches his read over to this guy. That's not Cooper Kupp. That's Skoranek. And then now he's shifted over. He sees Kupp breaking in. He sees Henderson. And he's going to take what Henderson has there. And this is a big problem in the game. Because right here, that's Bryson Hopkins. And, I mean, I defend the hell out of him. He got a lot of unfair criticism. Tight end is a hard spot to play. It was huge in the Super Bowl. But what are you doing, man? You got to block this guy. Henderson can't run through a brick wall. I mean, look at this. There has to be some slowing down of this guy. That's just not acceptable. You know what I mean? Like, you got to be able to get in his way. And he doesn't, and so they don't get the first down. You watch again here. There just needs to be more of an effort there. And I believe he's worked his tail off. Like, I'm a big believer in Bryson Hopkins. But this can't happen. Like, this can't happen. No. You got to be able to make that block. So they don't get the first down on that play. Now here comes out the punt. I thought Riley Dixon punted really well in this game, to be fair. So, all right. We move to the defense here. Allen's under center, and that's Moss. See, this right here would have probably gone for something, but they actually decide to do the play action fake, and then Allen just dumps it off to him anyway. And it's funny because I think Moss gets way more yards if they just handed the ball off to him, and you're going to see it here. Aaron gets through. But see here, like, Aaron gets through like a bat out of hell. But he was fooled. Like, if they gave it to Moss here, look at that. And then he just dumps it off to him anyway. Funny how that works. All right, move on to the next play. By the way, once again, anyone that said Aaron Donald didn't play well enough, you're wrong. They got the ball out quickly like that. And this is the forced fumble. See, now you had the interception. You got no points out of it. You have to get points out of this. You're going to watch number 33, Nick Scott, is going to come in here. Also, Ernest Jones. They gave Ernest Jones the forced fumble. I'm convinced Nick Scott's the one that actually forced it. Because Nick Scott hits the ball. But either way, it's a beautiful play by both of them. And Rams hop on the ball. All right, now you're past midfield. You got to do something here. Cam Akers in the backfield, first time in the game. You got Kupp about to motion. Love that. There's the jet motion. What that does is now you have guys leaning this way. He's anticipating over here because Kupp's he just saw in motion. He can't see that he didn't hand it off to him yet. And then right here, you got Skoranek coming over to block. Akers he picks the right hole, but nothing doing. And we'll watch that again in a different angle. All right, this will give you a good idea. So what's going on here? You got the motion. You see? Now there's lean. This is why jet motion is so good, because when you get a linebacker to lean this way, even if it's a millisecond off, that millisecond can be the difference to you getting through and having a big crease. So this is how it works. They lean this way. Then he gets back into kind of this athletic stance here. And you have the misdirection here. Akers, Skoranek is coming in here. Skoranek, I don't think that's a bad block, but you're thinking Havenstein can hold this block better than what he does here. And then even still, this man just gobbles up both of them. I mean, my God. I think that was Ed Oliver. I think Ed Oliver's number 91. So now you got Cam Akers still in. He's leaking out of the backfield. Look at this. All across the last screen. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 Bills. So you got the 5-2 in the back end of the secondary. So Stafford's going to throw this to Higbee. And to be honest with you, I don't agree with it. See, here's the thing. With Akers leaking out here, you got Allen Robinson. Allen Robinson can block this guy. They're all moving over here. I would have dumped it off to Akers because there's way too much room here. I would have dumped it off to Akers. But anyway, throws it, nothing doing here, and it gets picked off. And we're gonna see it again. This is not a good throw. See, like Akers was available. He's seeing some pressure in his face, no doubt, but this is a miscommunication. And I honestly, when it first happened, was wondering if he was trying to throw this route. And I honestly wonder if Stafford, his mind was thinking Cup, but his arm was thinking Higbee. And I have seen this before with quarterbacks when they have two guys there and they're about to like uncork one for, say, like Cup on this play, but instead they're like, oh crap, I see Higbee there, and they don't get like the same emphasis on the ball, they don't get the same zip, and then you do lead it to this, because look, like it looked kind of like he wanted to throw to Cup here, saw Higbee and was like, he's the safer option. But this is an interception. This is not a good throw by Stafford. They're all, not on the same page. And it would have been avoided if he dumped it off to Cam Akers on the other side. Like, this is a very crucial play. You got to get points on this, and they don't. You'll see it again. Cam Akers. See? There you go. He forced it, yeah. So the Bills get the ball back, and once again, the momentum after the Rams defense continues to drive it back to the Rams side. Now the Bills get the momentum. Allen is going to look. He sees Aaron Donald obviously coming after him, at least feels it. You have to, right? See what I mean? Aaron Donald. Anybody, and I saw this on Twitter. People are like, Aaron Donald, for being the best player in the league, wasn't that big of a difference maker. And I'm like, what the hell are you talking about? You didn't watch the tape if you think that, because look it. This is, once again, Aaron Donald pressuring Allen. Allen's going to throw a rocket. And there you go. That's a beautiful pass, and also a good play by Davis to get some yards and almost get the first down. Like, I mean, this is where Josh Allen's going to kill you, because you get him out here, it's like as great as Aaron Donald is, and he can run after him. If you don't get him, look at how fast he can throw this ball. All right, so now, Josh Allen in the gun. It looks like he's got, I think that's, because that's not Cook. Cook fumbled. I think that's Singletary. And they're going to delay handoff. And this is kind of weird for me, because when I first saw this play, I was like kind of confused. The Rams almost didn't even feel ready for this. Like, look at this. It's like they knew it was going to be a run, because look at, like, Ramsey is literally flat-footed. Like, this guy could have streaked down here. Like, they could have done all sorts of stuff here. And they're playing off. Kind of a weird play call. There's Ashawn Robinson. I thought Ashawn had a quietly pretty good game. Look at this. See number 94 here? Watch 94 go to work. Disengage, boom. And then do a little extracurricular, like German suplex type of stuff going on there. All right. So we got Allen. We got motion here with Isaiah Mckenzie. And Allen is going to throw this. And that is just really, that's a beautiful throw by Allen. I mean, long has got to be on Gabe Davis. Makes it really hard, right? I mean, pass rush isn't going to get to Allen there. Look at, he's got all day to throw. He's not going to, so this is the zip it in, boom, there you go. Gabe Davis. And they continue to move the ball. There's Allen. He's going to zip it over here. And, oh, man, that's just... Notice every ball he throws is on a little line. I mean, look at this. There's like no flutter whatsoever with Josh Allen's throw. That's how you complete plays like that. Aaron Donald gets through, but of course this is a slip screen, as you're going to see. To the halfback here, it's going to be Zach Moss. He's going to get this ball. There's already guys ready to block. But Aaron Donald, Aaron Donald is this good where he's this quick to diagnose what's happening. And while he juked him out of his shoes there, which is very rare, I do have to give Donald credit for even getting back into that play because he had all his momentum carrying him towards the quarterback. Watched Aaron Donald here. He is going to get juked. Don't get me wrong. But look at this. Boom. Like, the fact that he was even in that play. It was just freaky athleticism. All right. You got Josh Allen in the gun. He's going to throw this. Once again, going to Moss on a screen. Terrell Lewis misses the tackle. And Troy Hill doesn't. His helmet comes off as well. I thought Troy Hill played a really good football game. And see what I mean? Like, you're not going to get pressure on Allen if he's getting rid of the ball this quickly. And that was really Ken Dorsey and the Bills' game plan. A'Shawn Robinson's over here. Freak. So, I like that they didn't call this PI. There were Bills fans saying this was PI. Well, I mean, that makes sense. But this is not pass interference. And this is what happens when you do get pressure on Josh Allen. Even though he is throwing this quickly, they did get pressure. They did affect his throw. That's not a perfect throw. And that's not PI because he barely touches him. So good job by Troy Hill to force the overthrow as well as the pressure. Field goal's good. And the Bills are up 10-0. All right. We'll move back a little bit. Okay. So Stafford's under center. He's got Higbee here, Kupp here. He's got Tutu Atwell here, and Allen Robinson here. Pretty easy to figure out Tutu Atwell on the page. I like this design because you're going to have Tutu Atwell go in motion. I'd like to see him actually get this ball. If they had handed this off to Tutu Atwell, I'm wondering what would have happened here. I think they read it pretty well here. Like, this guy might have been able to stop him, but who knows. Anyway, they give it to Henderson, and this is going to be a pretty solid run by Henderson to carry the pile there. Once again, I was told that Henderson doesn't fall forward. I was told he doesn't break tackles. I was told he goes down instantly. Is that going down instantly? Because I don't think so. That's him carrying the pile. And that's like what? A combined over 500 pounds of weight that he's just carrying? Ridiculous. All right, Atwell's still in there. Rams trying to get him going. Allen Robinson, Cooper Kupp, Tyler Higbee, Hendo in the backfield. Play action. Love this. I love when Stafford can go out here, reset himself, and then launch this ball. So what we're going to see here is he is going to be able to get out here, but he's not going to try to reset himself and launch this ball. He might have had Kupp because he had so much time, but you can tell that this play was designed strictly to get this first down and move this ball to Tutu Atwell. It was to get him involved, essentially. But was this the smart play? Who knows? Because obviously you have Cooper Kupp here. Who knows if he would have beaten all these guys? I don't know. But either way, Tutu's got to catch this ball. It's not a great throw, I'd like to add, by the way. But he's got to catch the ball. And honestly, because it wasn't a great throw, the throw to Atwell almost seems kind of pointless because it's not going to get you the first here. The whole point of throwing this over here and not waiting for this to emerge because you have all this time to throw. Here's the thing. If Stafford knew ahead of time he was going to have all this time to throw and this play wasn't designed to go to Tutu Atwell, he's going to wait and see if Cooper Kupp is up here. If he gets by this first layer, the second layer of defense, then yeah, he's probably throwing this bomb to Cooper Kupp. But the thing is, he's going to throw against his body, and you're going to see, and he throws over here, and this is a little behind. Don't get me wrong, Tutu Atwell has to catch it. I'm not saying he doesn't, but this kind of defeats the purpose here, because even if Atwell catches it, he's not getting that first down. It's that fair. So it's that simple. So I don't believe we see him the rest of the game. Atwell, they're just going to try to get going any way they can. I felt like this was a bad matchup as the game went on. The game flow kind of showed that Atwell wasn't going to be able to, do something here. They're playing cover 2 almost the entire game. So it's not really easy to get Atwell going in that case. If they had single high, I would be like, Atwell, just run straight down the field. I'm throwing to you. But they didn't. They had the two safeties that are very good. They have Hyde. They have Poyer. One of the best safety tandems in the league, so they weren't going to test anything, and Stafford explained they were in cover 2 all game. All right, anyway. So you got Kupp, you got Skoranek, Higbee, and then you got Allen Robinson there. In the gun, Hendo is there. Hendo leaks out, and you're going to have a beautiful throw. I believe that's to Skoranek, and that's a first down. So, once again, Stafford throws it right on a line. Watch here. That's a good move. Von Miller had a good counter here, but I thought Nopum did a nice job getting him out of here. You had help from David Edwards. Shelton fell down, but still put up an effort. And there you go. Dart, first down. And I thought Skoranek played well in this game. He created separation, was second in the team in average yards of separation behind only Cooper Kupp. Was second in the game, I might add. Second in the game, which, think about this. That's even more impressive because the Rams played off man so much in this game. So it says a lot. Skoranek is really finding his way. We'll see what happens against the Falcons. I think it's an opportunity. If Van Jefferson doesn't play, we could see Skoranek have a pretty solid game yet again. So I like this motion here that you have going on. You got Henderson motioning. You actually have, this is Brandon Powell. So you have Brandon Powell. We'll go back here because I want to break it down. This is my favorite play as far as like the creation of it. It didn't end up going as far as I wanted it to, but I like that you did the split back in a sense. You just don't have Cam. You have Brandon Powell here. You motion Daryl Henderson. I like this play design. I would have liked to see them do kind of a fake here, maybe even dump it off to Hendo or something. But I like that they're getting creative here. This is a creative play, and we did not see this last year. So now Brandon Powell tries to get in there, and that's a pretty good run for Brandon Powell, who didn't really have a crease. But you know what benefits Brandon Powell here? Look at how skinny he is. You hear the term get skinny? Look at how skinny he gets here. That is not easy to do. And most running backs are not going to fit into that. So normally when you see this type of play and when you see this small of a crease, you're going to see a running back get blown backwards and bounce off his offensive lineman. But because of Powell being built like a receiver, his ability to get skinny here allows him to get through this hole and still get some yards. So instead of negative yards, which would have happened with most running backs, you end up getting positive yards there. Now you got motion, and I believe that was Atwell. So you do see Atwell. And another play I really like, you get Cooper Kupp out there. You get Stafford on the reverse bootleg. You'll see it again here. So Atwell, motion, they had to take it seriously because Atwell's speed is game-breaking. And there you go, opens up Cooper Kupp. So this drive was clearly their best at this point in the game, and they knew it. They're feeling it right now. Stafford in the gun. He's got Atwell here. He's got Cooper Kupp, Allen Robinson, Daryl Henderson, and I think that's Higbee. I think Skoranek was out on this play. So that's Higbee. We're going to see here. Get him some time to throw. Let's see what happens. So there's some time, although there it is. This is a shotgun barrel, staring down the barrel of a shotgun type of throw here. What's going to happen? And he's going to take the sack, unfortunately. And we're going to see here, we're going to go back here and watch the receivers and see if there was anything available. So once again, they're playing cover 2. They have 2 deep safeties. You don't have Higbee here as much as I would like to think you do because Edmonds stayed in the middle. They just really defended this well. This is what we call a coverage sack. I mean, Stafford could have thrown it away. He could have rolled out and thrown it away, but he didn't have enough time. Coverage sack by the Bills. Good job by the Bills. We'll see it again, but this is just a straight up coverage sack. And that's a good job by Nopum. So now you have Henderson, move him into the slot there. Empty set, what's Stafford going to do? He's got Atwell breaking. He's got Kupp down the sideline. Higbee's right here. Got Allen Robinson. Henderson seems like the best option with everyone looking this way, but you do have to worry about this guy because his body is turned this way to make a play. And he is playing. This is a very good job here. He's definitely playing Henderson. He is not going to fall for this. So then Stafford looks over. He sees, and he's rolling, and then he's like, you know what? I don't like Henderson because he's not going to get the first down here. So why don't I just zip this in here to Allen Robinson? And the reason that became a thing is because if you look, you had the linebacker on Robinson kind of face guarding him a little bit, and you had his corner who jumped off him enough. Stafford moved and manipulated with his eyes that he was going to go to Henderson, which then opened up Allen Robinson for this strike that is going to get him close to the first down, not quite. I don't think that's on Allen Robinson. I think they'll take the gain, obviously. But you'll see here, watch Stafford's head. He wants Atwell. It really looks like he wants Atwell or Kupp, who's off screen here. But we're going to see. He looks back over here. And this is exactly, guys, why Stafford is so great. It's why these quarterbacks are so great. When we say one-read quarterbacks aren't changing. Their head isn't on a swivel. They're looking at one guy. And if he's not open, then they'll dump it off to their check down. They're not going through all the progressions like Stafford is doing. And see, now he's like, I don't like how close this guy's getting to me, so I'm going to survey out here, see what I have here. And then he's like, oh, I got him right where I want him. Boom, pulls the trigger. Beautiful throw. And Allen Robinson's going to get them a 4th and short, I believe. Actually, I think this is the 3rd and short. Nope, this is the 4th and short play. They throw the bubble screen to Kupp, and couldn't believe they did it, but Kupp does get the first down after pushing him over. Love to see it. I didn't like the play call, and this was a late thing that came in. Stafford noticed something, and he changed up the play. But, yeah, that's good. Good job by Cooper Kupp and the rest of the offense line to push him over. So then under center, you got the toss play. This is a good run by Henderson. Love this. Look at this. And you want to tell me, and I'm sorry if I'm starting, I sound pompous here, but I really got tired of all the hate Allen Robinson got. Or not Allen Robinson. I mean, he's gotten some hate too, going back to Chicago. But no, this guy right here, Daryl Henderson, is the hero of the Super Bowl, one of the heroes of the Super Bowl, playing on a bum ankle. Had 4 catches for over 40 yards. And in this game, honestly, he was very important for them to even be in it. Because look at this. You're going to see this toss play out here. And I mean, there was kind of a hold there. Look at Henderson. I was told he's not fast. I was told he doesn't see holes. There's not even a cut. That's beautiful running by Henderson. We'll watch it again on this side. I I can't stress enough how good of a running back Daryl Henderson is. People just don't understand. There's a reason why he's starting. Look at this. What you'll see is on the toss, I mean, you don't want it to see it, but some running backs will hesitate. They'll try to get cute. They'll be like, I don't like it. Just trust your blockers and trust your ability. And this is what Henderson does. There's no wasted motion. Look at that. That is beautiful running. Absolutely beautiful running by Daryl Henderson. I mean, like I said, there's a little bit of a hold there. Definitely could have been called, but hell of a run by Henderson. Look at him. Just, he doesn't finish runs, I hear. Well, there he is, putting his head down and finishing the run. All right, so we'll move on. Enough with the Henderson love fest. I'm sorry, I just gotta throw it in there. So, under center here, Stafford, he's got Skoranek, Kupp, Higbee. He's isolated Robinson. So, this has to signal in some facet. The Bills have to kind of feel like they might go for the fade here. They've done it before. They did it with Odell. Let's see if they do it with Robinson. So now, instead, they're going to hand this thing off. We trust Hendo. Not really a lot there for Henderson, although not a horrible run. So we'll move on here, although we'll watch this here. He might have had something here, but it's easy. It's hard to see with that depth, the depth of field. You can't really see it, and that gets clogged up. And as you can see, Edwards did not hold his block well enough. That's what he was going for. He was trying to pump it out over here, but that didn't happen. So now you got trips over here, Kupp over here, Higbee here, Stafford in the gun, empty set. He's going to look, he's going to fire, and he's going to find Cooper Kupp in one of the craziest throws of the game. I mean, watch this again. It's like no wasted motion. The catch is unbelievable. Because he might have had something here if he waited, but he's like, I know I'm going to go to my guy. I'm going to get my guy the first touchdown of the game. Look at this. He's already thrown it. Kupp's not even looking. By the time he looks, the ball's here. So he threw it with Kupp not even looking yet, and then there it is. He has time to adjust. And this is what you call pitch and catch. Perfect. Literal perfect throw by Stafford. Perfect catch by Kupp. Only he can get it. And that's the name of the game, right? He's only going to allow his receiver to catch this ball. And that's what you love to see. Look at that. That's just beautiful. And then, like, you know, Stafford wasn't the best in this game, but he's still making throws like that. So if he's making throws like that, no, I don't care about his elbow. I don't think it's that big of a deal. So there you go. Boom, toe tap. And Cooper Kupp has his first touchdown of the 2022 campaign. All right, extra points good because Money Matt puts it through. All right. And now we're on defense here. Josh Allen. Again, I forget what this is called. I don't know if it's the rifle formation. If anybody knows, definitely drop in the comments. Couldn't tell you what it's called, but it's not the pistol. I mean, it's like a variation, but it's not the pistol. RG3 used to do it when he first joined the league, when he was in Washington. But anyway. So, kind of a delayed handoff here. You're going to fake it, hand it off, and the Rams are all over it. Although he got it enough yards for it to be kind of worth it there. So, due to time constraints, we'll push forward here. So Allen in the gun, and this is going to be, looks like a dump off, but you can see Nick Scott knows what's up. Nick Scott knows what's up. He knows he has help here. And then Allen is actually going to get sacked here. And we're going to watch this again. And this is beautiful. You know what this is right here? Adjustments. So, I was told that Raheem Morris didn't make any adjustments for Josh Allen. I disagree. Because look at this. This is an adjustment. This is throwing Bobby Wagner at Josh Allen. You haven't blitzed your linebackers yet. Look at this. The presence, the sheer presence of Bobby Wagner near the backfield like that freezes Josh Allen. We'll watch it again. Look at that. He's like, oh, crap. He's got Gaines bearing down on him. Gaines, Wagner, and Donald are all there. You got to be creative. I thought that was pretty creative. All right, this is just, yeah, that's a flag. I'm not going to watch a replay of the flag. Yeah, so that was a big play for the Bills. Because at this point, it's like, oh, are you kidding me right now? And Ramsey, like, fell down. I don't know what Ramsey said to Diggs, by the way, during this game. Whatever he said pissed him off. Now you got Allen. Pump fake. He's trying to get this, although he might have this. He also might have this. And he throws a strike, but it's picked off. And this is beautiful. Huge for the Rams here. Troy Hill comes in and picks off the ball. It's 10-7 at this point in the ball game. This is awesome. Coming off here, cutting off Crowder. Beautiful job by Troy Hill. Then they kind of fake the toss here, but Von Miller is coming after him. They kind of move Von Miller around as well. And, I mean, hey, this is Stafford can reset over here. He's great, but when he's getting chased, it's something else. So he's just going to throw this thing, and it kind of scares the hell out of everybody. But if he felt he had time, this is going to Allen Robinson. Here's the thing, and we're going to go back here. I don't think he had time. I mean, I like the fake, but he doesn't have time to uncork this thing. Von Miller's going to hit his arm. So for the people saying, why didn't he just throw this route? Because I heard it over and over again. Why didn't he throw to Allen Robinson here? Because you have to uncork it. So when you're moving your arm, and you got a guy chasing you at 100 miles an hour, not literally, but Von Miller is running at you is not something that you want. Definitely not behind your back. He could hit your arm. And, I mean, he's not trying to turn over the ball after the ball was just turned over. So he's just going to throw this, and I didn't love it, but I didn't hate it either because it falls harmlessly to the ground. Now we got Stafford in the gun. Henderson. It's kind of weird. They didn't really have him block much. Henderson comes out here. And, all right, this is the one people are like saying Stafford should stop with the no look. He's being too, I don't know. What were they saying? He's being too flashy. I disagree. Because here's the thing, okay? His no-look passes aren't for flash. Can I just say that right now? Stafford doesn't do his no-look passes like Patrick Mahomes. Patrick Mahomes will just go like this, and he'll throw it for a screen pass. That's flash. That's not hard to do. Anybody can do that. But Matthew Stafford is throwing a no-look pass to leverage the defense to where he wants them to go. He's like controlling the chessboard. He's like basically taking over the other player, moving the pawns where he wants them to go. And he does that with his eyes. Because you watch here, he's going to hold. And I mean, you're going to miss them sometimes, but when you hit them, that's a touchdown. And people are like, well, he missed the touchdown there. It's like, yeah, that's true, but like, think about this. If he doesn't use the no-look pass, he doesn't leverage the defense enough to even win the Super Bowl the way he did. So, like, I don't know why it's such a big deal. He's going to hit some, he's going to miss some. He hasn't missed many. And then, of course, he misses it. Now, you know, the storyline is, oh, Stafford's elbow. It's not his elbow. It's the fact that we found out that, well, he is human still. Okay. So Stafford has plenty of time to uncork this one. So far, the offensive line doesn't seem that bad. Aside from a couple moments, I mean, the run game you'd like to see better, but in the first half, the offensive line has not scared me. It's not terrible. It's not as bad as it felt during the game. I think the second half is when we're going to see it really take off, and we're going to be like, oh, no. So Stafford throws this thing, and he misses Cooper Kupp here. And this is another one where he threw it, and people were like, oh, his elbow. Let's see it again. It's not an easy throw to make, by the way. Guy's right in his hip pocket. Also, a flag came out. So I think it was simply just to draw attention anyway. So now Stafford in the gun. Akers in. Akers leaks out. Stafford wants to throw it to Kupp. He could throw it because he could totally. The way this guy's eyes, I think this is actually the Pitt product, Dane Jackson. I think Dane Jackson, his eyes are looking at Stafford. And I think he's got Higbee here. If he kind of wants to throw it into the pocket between this corner and this safety. But he's not going to do that. He's going to take Kupp. But as you can see here, if he throws this here, he's got it right probably around the 25-yard line. So that wouldn't have been a bad option. But there's Kupp falling forward, getting extra yards. You love to see it. Reliable. Man, is he Mr. Reliable for the Rams. And see what I mean? That's a pocket, folks. Look, I don't think the offensive line was great in this game. But in the first half, this is good enough. This is definitely good enough. There you go. Obviously, things will probably change. I assume they do, because it does get bad. It does look bad, at least. So now Stafford hands it off, and this is just... it's not an Akers. Guy comes in unblocked. Look at this. You're going to see it here. This guy comes in unblocked. Skoranek has to seal this guy off. And then I don't know what he's doing there. So I thought Skoranek played well, but he definitely misses a block there that gets Akers killed. We'll see it up close and personal here. You see? He's starting to leak down a little bit into the trenches. And he gets through. Skoranek needs to be right here, because he just is going to waltz right by him. That's a miss. And so, honestly, on a play that I don't think necessarily would have been huge, Akers might have gotten up this hole right here. I mean, that's a pretty big hole. I know you have Coleman Shelton falling, or actually, that was kind of a weird thing there. But he might have gone up the hole. Who knows? Anyway, it wasn't a great block. You got motion here on Skoranek. Fakes it. Fakes both. Stafford's now looking. He's on the boot. And this is where... All right, I'm a little confused on this play. I'm not going to lie. Because he goes out of bounds. I know the clock's ticking. They're trying to score before the half. But he goes out of bounds, and it's like he's going to get the first down. But he definitely has Allen Robinson here. I mean, you could see it. Allen Robinson is right here. And Cooper Kupp's blocking this guy off, so who knows if maybe he takes 2 for 1 on this block. and Allen Robinson has a touchdown. Who knows? But he's still got Allen Robinson at that point. But then again, that brings me back to the days when Jared Goff had Robert Woods and threw the worst pass I've ever seen against Seattle. So you know what? I guess I'm okay with him doing that. Even though I know he could complete that, I guess I'll live with that. Man, that was, yeah. All right, so anyway, we move on. You got Stafford in the gun. Hendo in the backfield. Hendo leaks out. Once again, they really didn't have Henderson block, even though he's by far the best pass protector on the team at running back. Once again, you have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 guys lined up almost laterally. Stafford feels the pressure. He's going to try to come down here, and he gets sacked. This is not excusable, but at the same time, it is a coverage sack as well. Like, you probably can get to Henderson, but by the time he gets his eyes over here, you know, this guy's going to be already here. And by the way, I noticed something with the Bills' defense. I'm not a hater of Ed Oliver. But when Ed Oliver goes down and Jordan Phillips gets pushed into that role, Jordan Phillips takes over this game. He had 5 pressures. 5. When lined up across from David Edwards in this game. He was magnificent, and you saw it. This is Jordan Phillips here, and you're going to see he's already making plays. Yeah, coverage sack, sure, but you got to give Jordan Phillips his credit, and he definitely was huge for them coming off the bench. So now you got Stafford, you got Skoranek up here, Kupp and Robinson here, Hendo here, Higbee is on Miller. So you got the screen to Kupp. This is what happens after the sack. You're just playing to kick the field goal. Kupp doesn't want to kick the field goal, so he tries to get all sorts of yards, and there's nothing there. Miller loses his mind because, well, he's excited. I don't know. Once again, yeah. You can see what Kupp's doing, but obviously you just want to get him forward so they can kick a field goal. Ends up being a pretty long field goal, but Money Matt is going to hit this thing. And there you go. So now it's 10-10. Rams have to feel good going into the half, tied up. And this is the moment I think everything shifted. All right? This kick return at the half, I think literally shifted everything. Everything changed after this, okay? Everything changed. So you're going to see here, basically, you don't take this out. There's no need to take this out. There's no need to even take out a kick. Why take out a kick when you have an offense the way you do, and you're going to start here? You should kneel it every time. Why would you ever risk an opportunity to put your offense back on the field? He doesn't fumble here. But look at this. And this isn't great special teams-wise. I'm not trying to put it all on Powell. But there's no need for him to run this out. As much as I love Powell, I think he's a fantastic punt returner. I have reservations of him as a kick returner. But anyway, this is just like, you should have read this. And again, this is not excusing these guys for letting these two waltz through. But now, you're at the 11-yard line to start your offensive drive. I mean, that's just not acceptable. To come out of the half, knowing you're going to get the ball, I mean, you deferred. So keep this in mind. The Bills scored on their opening possession. That gave them the momentum. That was the perk of them getting the ball first. And that's why teams do actually still want to get the ball first, because they like the supercharged momentum of scoring on the first drive. If you're that confident, hey, I get it. But the Rams like to defer. And when you defer, you get the ball in the second half. When you get the ball in the second half, I don't care. You should be here, or at least here, at the original touchback line. To be at the 11-yard line, this close to the end zone, with your offense being a little shaky, really limits what you can do playbook-wise. And this is the beginning of the end, because I will tell you right now, football, the momentum is crazy. It is palpable. You can feel it. You can see it changing. And as soon as I watched him take that out, I was like, oh no. Because it's not even a fumble. This is like getting a 15-yard sack, folks. Look it. You're supposed to be here. And now you're all the way over here. And you're this close to the end zone. Like I said, limits your playbook. So we're going to see here the Rams. Stafford is going to toss this. Now he tossed it to the right, and Henderson got his longest gain of the game. He tosses it, or tosses it to the left and got his longest game of the game. He tossed it over to the right, and, well, Henderson tries to make the most of it, and it's not a horrible run. So now you got, what, 2nd and 7, 2nd and 6. Watch again here. Did he have anything? He didn't have that. Because here's the thing. This looks like he has it, but by the time he tries to cut back, this is going to fill up. And these guys are already going to be in his face. So he tries to stop it and see he got a little bit of depth to be able to cut it back, but not enough there. Okay. So now it's like 2nd and 6, right? So now you're in the gun. Stafford back to pass, and he's already feeling Von Miller. 2 guys there, and Von Miller is splitting them. You don't have this route develop because he already feels the pressure. So, what's the deal here? Skoranek isn't available. Robinson isn't available. Stafford, he double clutches here. He's really trying to make something work. And he gets it off to Henderson. Henderson catches it, twirls back in. So that's the smart move. And that's what a good quarterback does. He holds it to the last second to be able to try and make a play. In a way, because he knows that he can get rid of it without worry. See, Vaughn gets on his back, and he still gets rid of this ball. And it's good enough for Henderson to catch. So now coming up is the biggest 3rd down of the game, I would argue. They move up Henderson for pass protection here. You got trips here. You got Robinson isolated here. And while they are playing, 2 deep safety, this guy is basically showing more he's in the box. So we're going to see here. See, he's going to move back. Bad snap. This is literally the backbreaker. I told you, it started with the return, and then it gets to this. And, I mean, it's brutal. Stafford gets up. He still might have Higbee for the 1st down. And, unfortunately, he just doesn't have enough time. And so that's what ends up happening. So we're going to see it again here. They knew putting Henderson here was the right move. Problem is, Henderson does get beat there. But it's okay because Milano is going up against the offensive lineman. So the way this is right now, it's not ideal. But Stafford's going to get up. And the problem is, at this point, Havenstein has lost leverage, and there you go. I thought Havenstein played pretty solid, but this is not acceptable. If Havenstein gets more depth on his pass set here against Russo, Stafford can throw this ball, not there, but Higbee's over here. You can't see my mouse because my face is in the way, but it's past here. And unfortunately, now you have Riley Dixon punting from his own end zone. I'm not saying he wouldn't be punting from his own end zone if they were at the 25. It doesn't mean that a sack wouldn't have pushed him back or anything like that. But when you come out of the end zone, you need to make damn sure that you can get at least 25 yards because you're getting a free 25 yards if you just knee it. If you don't knee it, then you don't get the 25 yards. That's the problem here. So, doesn't knee it. There you go. They start the 11. They get pushed back due to the sack. And now you got your punter kicking out of the end zone. This is supposed to be the big momentum swing. You tied it up. You're about to take over this game. And you just can't because, well, that's why I think that this really just awful. Anyway. So, unfortunately, what this does is the Bills will take this all day. They don't even need to block this thing because they know, look, Riley Dixon's not a bad punter, and I thought he had a pretty good game. That's a good punt. Look at that. He punted that what? 58 yards? That's not a bad punt by Riley Dixon. The problem is, now you got Josh Allen almost at midfield. This is possession. This is the field position. This is essentially what you're looking at here is a chess game. This is how things work. So that was a good punt by Riley Dixon, but putting him in this scenario, it just is not ideal. And it goes back to returning the kick. And if Rob Havenstein could have held up a little bit longer, the Rams convert the first down, and they're not even looking at this. The sack killed it, but it started with returning the kick that they shouldn't have. Anyway, it is 10-10. The Bills now, they come out, split back here, and they're going to hand this thing off. And, man, I'll just tell you right now, Singletary has really improved as a back. And I really like the way they use Gilliam. Once again, Ken Dorsey, can't credit him enough. I thought he had a really good game plan to stop this Rams team. So what you're going to see here is this is a little bit of a misdirection type of run. And what this does is this hesitation allows Gilliam to become the lead blocker. And it kind of throws you off, right? Because Gilliam was over here. How the hell did he cut up in front? It's actually a genius play call. And if you could pull it off, you get Gilliam one-on-one with Bobby Wagner. Gilliam's going to hit Wagner. There you go. And now Singletary, everyone's like, how the hell did Singletary get open? It's just a brilliant play design. And it goes to show you, if you have a good fullback, this is a brilliant tackle, by the way. He made a bunch of those shoestring tackles. Troy Hill did. But this is exactly what it's all about. You know, fullbacks are dead in the NFL, but there are a few teams that know how to use them, and Ken Dorsey knows how to use Gilliam. And this is the play where I was like, all right, you want to say Bobby Wagner's washed? Now watch this. This is vintage Bobby Wagner. He's not washed, by the way, folks. Look at this. You're going to see him right there. Watch him. That's beautiful. Getting off all those blocks, disengaging, and then coming in there and making a big play right there. Oh, my God. That's not washed. Nuh-uh. He's far from it. And then Josh Allen's going to run and almost get the first down. I think this is just a design quarterback run. Yeah, it's a read option, I think, actually, now looking at it. It's a read option. Allen they played this really well with Cook. So Allen's going to go over here. He gets a nice block. But still, there's Justin Hollins sticking with it, making a nice play. Don't forget about him. I know Terrell Lewis had a good game, but Justin Hollins wasn't half bad either. You know what's funny is them saying can, and getting rid of this play was kind of weird because Jalen Ramsey kind of was a little not ready. He kind of gingerly came over here. They could have quick snapped it, and he would have just blown by him. So I was a little surprised by that. So anyway, you got Allen. There's going to be a false start here. Anyway. Allen in the gun. No fullback this time. You got the jump chop that Floyd was using. This is not a bad pocket, but not bad pressure either. But the problem is when you do this, look at the crease Allen has to run through. He only needed a little bit of yards to get the first down. Now watch this. Actually, that's wrong. He already got the first down. This is going to be the stiff arm. I'm sorry. We aren't talking about how, 5'11" Nick Scott is holding his own on this. He tackled him. He never let go. That's not like people were comparing it to Derrick Henry, launching Norman. That was not the same thing. Look at this. He stiff arms him, but Nick Scott still has you. And he tackles him out of bounds. That wasn't as disrespectful as people said. It was just a good, hard football play that everyone overrated. Once again, love the way they used 41 Gilliam. They had him out here. He's going to leak out. Here's the lead blocker. You're going once again with Singletary on the toss. Lead blocker. Oh, there's a little nudge that Gilliam has there. You can definitely see why they kept him on the team. And then Gilliam's going to go at his legs there. I don't really know why. Didn't do anything there. But once again, Singletary, good running back. He's not the fastest. You can see that. But again, I do like, Singletary. This is a good play here by him. And he did get through A'Shawn Robinson. That's hard to do. Those are vice grips. He knows he missed that one. So the Bills are going down the field. You can see the momentum is swung here. Josh Allen getting the ball out quickly. And then this play, Terrell Lewis is like, I've had enough. I'm just going to bring you down here. Once again, we'll watch Allen. Aaron Donald, if he had a little bit more time, bench pressed Robert Saffold. Probably could have gotten his arm on a shoulder of Allen, but this is what I mean. Ken Dorsey wanted the ball out quickly. Josh Allen's already thrown the ball. Perfect zip on the ball. Wouldn't work if you didn't have the accuracy and the velocity that Josh Allen puts on his passes. So, By the way, Josh Allen isn't blameless either. He did throw 2 picks in this game, so I do want to make it clear. I think Josh Allen is fantastic. I think he's the best quarterback in the NFL, but he can do wrong. And I did hear in the broadcast how they were trying to make the Troy Hill interception sound like Crowder has to do more. Like it wasn't a good throw. Like he got picked off. It's okay. Guys make mistakes. Now this one here dumps it off, and man, this is what I'm talking about. Singletary I think has a fire lit under his ass. When they drafted Cook in the 2nd round, I think that really awoke Singletary, who was already playing well towards the end of the year. But you see here, that's just good running back play, man. And he's not the fastest on the field, not the tallest, but still gonna make plays. Allen quickly back into his thing here. So I want to see this guy come up and make a play on this. But problem is he has to be here in case, Gabe gets the ball over here. So unfortunately, he leaves the inside leverage. He's wide open, essentially. This is just going to be an easy throw. There you go. And he doesn't come up quick enough. Touchdown, Bills. And they take the lead 17-10. And he gets a little bit of redemption for catching a ball and having it taken away from him like a toddler. So that's Isaiah Mckenzie, who was actually going to, fun fact, he's going to go into the camera and actually do a gender reveal, which I thought was kind of clever. So we move on. Rams got to respond, right? 17-10. Stafford under center. There's some motion there. Stafford's rolling out. And I'm sure he wants Kupp, but, Kupp is way too many guys on him. So he does the smart thing. Actually, I probably would have thrown this out. Not taking a giant hit, but he basically eats the ball, which is a smart move because this play was all about seeing if Kupp was open. You could see this is designed entirely to see if one of these guys, and neither of them are open. It's well played, and that's also the risk you run when you slice the field in half. You're signaling to the defense, hey, if I'm going to go out like that, you're signaling to the defense like, oh, he's throwing on this side of the field. He's not looking at the other side. Becomes a little easier to cover. So then, empty set here. And, this is a pocket, folks. They weren't horrible all night. They had their bad moments, but this is a good pocket against a very good defense. And look at this ball. Guys, who else is making this throw? About 5 other quarterbacks? Look at this. By the way, beautiful job against Boogie Basham here. He really, you could see the way he ran into this. He thought he had Stafford dead to rights. Nuh-uh. That's Coleman Shelton 1v1. Don't be hating on my boy Coleman Shelton. I thought he had a pretty solid game. But look at this. On a line. What? Are you kidding me? Crazy. Just nuts. Anyway, we move on. Rams, at this point, you got to be thinking, okay, the Rams are starting to respond. That's a hell of a throw by Stafford. Let's see if we can get Kupp in motion. Let's do something here. Let's run it off. I thought they should have handed it off, by the way, to Henderson, but this is where the Rams, I think they got a little pass happy. They're trying to get things going. So Stafford, he's looking for a big play. Doesn't really see anything, so he's going to end up dumping it off to Henderson anyway. Good run by Henderson. Believe gets him the first down. If not, it's like second and short. So once again, you're going to see here, play action. And there's a pocket, folks. There's a pocket, although Von Miller's not in, so keep that in mind. But still a really good defensive line regardless. And Oliver did come back in, by the way. My bad on that. But good play by Henderson. Finishes forward, falls forward, breaks the tackle. I was told he can't do that. Anyway, I'll stop. Under center, Stafford. He's going to hand it off here. You got a guy blocking here. That's Cooper Kupp. Skoranek, I think he's getting the receiving part down. I think he's a much better blocker than we saw in this game. I haven't been overly impressed with his blocking. I don't think this is bad, but I'm just saying, going back to the Cam Akers run, he just whiffs on a block. He whiffed on another block. I have no issue with Skoranek. I'm not hating. I'm just saying that, I'm calling it like it is. Nothing doing there for Henderson. We'll watch again. Problem is, when you line up like this, you're basically signaling to everybody, hey, we're going to run the football. Yeah. Didn't really like that run call. I think it was too obvious. So now you got Henderson moving out. I like this little formation here they got going on. Robinson stumbles. I think he probably wanted to throw to him here if he cut more inside here and didn't stumble. You got Higbee here. But this is where Von Miller can absolutely destroy you. The way he ducks underneath, like running under a table at full speed. He ducks underneath Noteboom. And then gets his play. You know what's not being talked about enough? Knock on wood. And this is not to hate on Jared Goff, but what Rams quarterback is holding on to that ball? Austin Davis is fumbling it. Jared Goff's fumbling it. Sam Bradford's fumbling it. Case Keenum's fumbling it. I mean, how the hell does Matthew Stafford not fumble this football? I don't think that's talked about enough. It's not just Jared Goff. Look at this. He's hitting his arm. Like, how does this ball not come off? That's a hell of a play by Stafford. The fact that he's able to hold on to that ball, that is incredible. Not talked about anywhere near enough. All right. Stafford now has plenty of time here. What's going to happen here? So Stafford's going deep. I don't know why he's going deep here. I think maybe he saw 23 kind of lean towards Kupp, and maybe he felt like he had Skoranek. But we're going to go through this play because Stafford looks confident throwing this ball. And it just seems like a miscommunication. So we're going to go back and we're going to see this because Stafford was so confident when he lets go of this ball. He's like, oh, yes. Look at him pull the trigger, and this is beautiful. Not a great pocket, but Stafford will take this pocket. I think this might have been a miscommunication, could have been a wrong route. Signals got crossed somewhere along the lines because Stafford really felt confident throwing this ball, and there's nobody there. I mean, Skoronek's over here. So I don't think Stafford – I saw people that are like, yeah, Stafford needs to do a better job of throwing with accuracy. Like, that wasn't Stafford being, like, not accurate. He's throwing to a spot that he obviously must have assumed Skowronek was going to. But, that's one of those things, though. It's week one. You're gonna get those things tightened up, and I'm not worried about that. Mind you, Skowronek wasn't even supposed to start. Van Jefferson would have started if he didn't get hurt. All right, we won't look at the punt or anything like that. Whatever. Another really good punt by Riley Dixon, to be fair, so got to give him some credit. All right, so it looks like he got Gilliam in the backfield here at fullback, and I believe that's Moss. Rams playing more on. Ramsey's right on him this time, so I do like that. So there's a false start, I guess. So it pushes him back even more. They go in the gun instead. And now Allen is going to feel pressure. But the problem is, once again, there's nobody there. Ernest Jones is on the other hash. So he has to haul ass to get over here to stop Josh Allen. Josh Allen also can go here. So he could also go here. You know, like, Allen has options here. Ernest Jones has improved. We need to talk about Ernest Jones. That's a hell of a play. That's a hell of a play to make by the 2-year man. Look at this. That is such a good play by Ernest Jones. I don't know, man. I keep right-clicking. I'm sorry. There we go. Good stop by the Rams. I mean, it's not, they got positive yards, and the Bills will take it, but Ernest Jones stopped what could have been a really bad play. So then you have a toss here. Looks like to, yes, I'm going to say that's Moss. Yeah, that's Moss. Moss has a nice hole here. And then he gets hit stick by, who else? Nick the Brick Scott. So we'll see here. Moss can get this ball. And this is just really well blocked. Shout out to Copeland, by the way. It looks like Marquise Copeland got a snap or two. But this is right down Broadway. Very well blocked. Nick Scott comes over. Got to give him his props. Watch this again. Scott's over here. Let's highlight him. Watch Scott. Boom. Like, I understand it wasn't a great play because the defensive line got bodied, but man, Nick Scott looked good there. All right. They go with another toss. They're literally doing the same thing. What's going to happen here? The Rams are not going to fall for it. Not at all. You got Gaines. You got Ernest Jones losing his mind, as he should. Bobby Wagner was like, hey, go over there. Ernest Jones. Beautiful. Defense is still playing tough. Like, they're down 17-10. It's not ideal, but this is the problem, though. You can't leave this much space for Jamison Crowder and Josh Allen to connect here. You just can't. Now, negates that play on 3rd down. Now they get a 1st down. Watch it again. They get some pressure, but Allen kind of moves back a little bit. Just uncorks this. This is all day. Anyone's making this throw well, not anybody in the NFL, but most quarterbacks are making this throw. 1st down, Bills. All right. Motions Gilliam there. We're going to see Gilliam lead block, but he ends up not actually leading. He goes over and blocks the other guy. Rams are all over it. Ashawn and Ernest Jones. Who else? Number 53 really shows up on this drive. I mean, he had a really good game, let's be honest here. Disengaging. That was nice. Ernest Jones getting through. Beautiful. It's against number 60. I believe that's Mitch Morse, the captain. There's Ernest Jones again. This was the Ernest Jones drive, apparently. I mean, look at number 53 here. He just doesn't give. Look. Boom. Beautiful wrap. You'll love to see it. Allen in the gun. He's thinking, I'm going to probably go with Crowder here. I know that he probably would love to be able to throw this in stride to Knox, but Knox is not going to split these two guys. You can't expect him to. And then you got Diggs. So he's going to throw to Crowder. It's a good play. It's going to get you the 1st down. Good play designed by Buffalo, to be honest with you. Look, Crowder just he leaks out there, and it's like, I mean, Ernest Jones can do everything. Ernest Jones can do a lot, but he can't do everything. He's not going to cover everybody. So there's a first down. That was, oh man, I thought that was going to get picked in real time. I believe that was an incomplete pass, though. I believe he did drop it. Yeah, he dropped it. Ball had definitely hit the ground. So then they, looks like they hand it off, but Josh Allen does such a good job of faking it that it doesn't make any difference because the Rams are all over it, but I totally thought in real time that Singletary had the ball. If you look here. Allen just does that such a nice job. So much so, Singletary gets hit by Lewis. There's Ramsey is furious. He's trying to bring him to the ground. They get their money's worth on Allen, which is good. You can't let the other team's quarterback just like run like that all the time and not put a hit on him. So now you have Allen, and he's sensing the pressure. You got Donald off the edge. This is still enough of a pocket to throw, but they almost get there. And then this is just not good enough. This is not good enough. You know, they didn't get there to Josh Allen. But the whole game, the defense was not allowing Josh Allen to throw deep down the field. It all changes on this play, and this just isn't acceptable. You have Donald as the outside rusher. I love that. And they have, you know, Jones delay blitz, right? Look at the arm angle. Josh Allen's throwing with, like, bodies, like, hitting him while he's throwing. And, I mean, this is just not acceptable here. This is badly burned. And it doesn't even look like I mean, I'm not going to say he doesn't care, but, like, you need better effort from David Long. If he wants to continue starting over the young guns, you got to have better effort than this. Look again. We're going to look here. David Long. He got crossed up. Did you see it? This is what happens. David Long's playing way too far off to not make this play. This is not a good throw by Allen either. I mean, I don't think it's a bad throw considering, but look at this. He gets crossed up. As soon as you get crossed up like that, it makes this job of the wide receiver much easier. Rapp needs to do a better job of being out here. But there you go. Got crossed up. Long. No help over the top. Thought he probably had it. Nope. So anyway, we're down in distance. And Josh Allen is going to get decked here. So now Allen's in the gun. He's going to have Singletary leak out. He thought about throwing a Singletary, but then he sees all this open area here. And this is where the Rams are in no man's land. This is where most quarterbacks can't make this play, but Josh Allen can. And he actually ends up deciding to throw it. And this is kind of the weird thing here, is that I actually think he has it. Look at this. I actually think he has this. I think his momentum is going to carry him over these two. And I know these two hit hard. Don't get me wrong. I'm not discounting their hit ability, but I think he's going to push through here. And he decides to throw it anyway. And, well, it's good coverage there by Ramsey. But whatever he just did pissed off Diggs. He just, like, waved him. Anyway, this is going to be the play, I believe, where Allen scores. Pump fakes. You got Donald here. He's coming off. Problem is, you got to do your job. You got to cover these guys because Allen he has the velocity to run, and then right before he gets to the line of scrimmage, just throw it with accuracy and velocity. So now Allen is getting chased, but it's too late. And sorry, it wasn't Donald. It was Floyd. Hard to see there. It's too late. And, Wagner's going to make the play, but not before Allen gets his arm in the end zone. So now it's 24-10. And, I mean, it feels pretty rough. But at the same time, the game's not over. We'll see if the Rams respond here. I've already seen the game, so I shouldn't be talking like that. But anyway. See, they kicked it. They baited him to take this out. But this is actually not a horrible return either. So, I mean, the Rams will take that. So now Stafford, he's got Akers in here. They have not used running backs as pass protectors the whole game. Henderson has not been used in pass pro the entire game. I have to say that before this drive because I believe this is the Cam Akers pass pro drive. It's not good. Anyway. So this, he's going to have, looks like Higbee. Oh, no, that's Brandon Powell. So I don't know how I mistook those guys. Yeah, good run by Brandon Powell. A lot of people forget he had almost 200 yards in the NFL as a receiver. He caught some touchdowns. Played for the Lions, played for the Falcons. Think was on the Bills practice squad. So this guy spent some time as a receiver, and he was a very good receiver at Florida. I don't think people know that. But anyway. Stafford. That's a pocket. So we move on. Stafford in the gun. He's got Cam Akers. And you can already see the get-off of Vaughn here is going to be a problem. Now, he's somehow able to get it to Cam Akers, who I thought made a pretty decent attempt to try to get back to the line of scrimmage. But you're going to see here, this is what I mean. It's really bizarre. They had Cam Akers in to pass protect now all of a sudden, not Henderson. But this is, before anybody gets on Cam Akers, let me just say, I think this is more of a release type of play where he's supposed to leak out. He's supposed to give him a little bit of a hit and then leak out here for the reception. At least as the check down. So, Stafford's trying to make a play. He sees nobody open. And Vaughn is a beast, so he's like, okay, well, Vaughn. I still think they did a nice job, and that's enough of a pocket. It just, no one got separation. Not a bad cut by Cam Akers. So now you got, in the shotgun, Rams just got negative yards, so you got to get in there. And this is the big play, dude. This is the one everyone's talking about. I know he completed this pass, but everyone's talking about this play. Because Edwards gets destroyed by Phillips. And Akers has to be here. You can't get your quarterback killed. Unlike last play where it was more of a hit and release, this is not. Akers has to take him on whether he wants to or not. You are the running back. You have to protect your quarterback here. He's like, whoop. And Stafford takes a huge hit. Goes to the ground. All 320 pounds of Jordan Phillips ends up on his ribs. Not good. Got trips formation here. Looks like you got Brandon Powell there. Allen Robinson there. And now empty set. Vaughn is coming around the bend. You got Russo, he worked Havenstein. At the same time, though, this is enough time to throw this ball, and he's going to get it to Higbee for the first down. So they're down 24-10, but the Rams aren't going away. Not the best pocket, but still a pocket. Stafford throws a dart. Far side. There you go. First down. Moving the chains. All right. Stafford in the gun. He's got Cam Akers in the backfield. Akers leaks out. Unfortunately, probably should have kept Akers there. No boom. Gets basically Von Miller drives him back. Hits Stafford, who also hits Cooper Kupp's hands. Throws a little bit too high. And, of course, it goes right into the defender's hands. Kupp makes a nice tackle. But we're going to go through this play. So what's going on here? So Stafford gets the ball. He already looked over there, didn't like what he saw. So he's already trying to look here with Higbee and Kupp. You're going to see here, he's now zooming in on Higbee. And he's going to throw this no-looker because he simply needs to. It's not flash. He's throwing this to leverage the defense. The problem is it's not where it needs to be. It's going to happen. He's not perfect. Just because I don't think he missed a no-look pass last year doesn't mean it's not like he can't miss no-look passes. So you got Kupp here, and honestly, it's a little high, but, I wouldn't have been surprised if Kupp caught that. You want it down here, but even still, you pretty much want it out here because he's going to run with the ball, and it'll be a big game. Bottom line is, Stafford's doing that. He's getting all this flack for throwing a no-look pass, but the no-look allowed Kupp to get open here. It hesitated his movement, so it helps Kupp yards after the catch if he catches it. And on top of it, look at the hit Stafford's taking. And this is just luck. Guy just happens to be there. So there you go. Unfortunate, but again, it just kind of goes to show you got to watch the film. You got to watch the tape. It's not as simple as, just saying, oh, Stafford should stop being flashy. It's not about being flashy. It's not. Stafford doesn't care about being flashy. You want to tell me that this guy cares about being flashy? If you want to be flashy, he would have asked for $50 million. He wouldn't have taken a pay cut. He would have tried to be the highest paid wide quarterback in the NFL. If he was flashy, then this guy would actually want to be, all over the place. He'd want to be heard. He'd want to be talked about. He'd have social media. He would use it all the time. He's far from flashy. I don't want to hear it anymore. Anyway, we move on. This is Josh Allen, and he already sees, he likes what he has here. He's got his number one receiver in Stephon Diggs, who feels like he's going to blow by Jalen Ramsey because he does like the way Jalen Ramsey looks. I don't like the way Jalen Ramsey looks there. And this is the big play. Oh, no, it's not. My bad. Guys, I haven't watched all 22 yet, so I'm literally trying to go off memory before the play. Yeah, that's a pocket for Allen. You got to get more pressure on him than that. And another tackle by Ernest Jones. There we go. Josh Allen fakes the handoff. He's going to run. And once again, they're right there. So now it's third down. Rams really need to make this stop here. If they can make this stop, they didn't score on that last drive because of the interception. Maybe they can figure it out. They still got time. It's 24-10. You can't give up 31. If you give it up for 31-10, the game's over, as we saw. So once again, you're going to go here. And this is when Allen is going to throw a ball game. This is the dagger. How did this dagger happen? Well, we're going to see here. Allen is going to sense the pressure. You had Floyd here. Sorry, Lewis. There's Floyd. Gaines may be the fastest man alive, but Josh Allen might be a tick faster. So then you got Josh Allen, who I don't care if he's throwing on the run or, against his body or whatever. The guy has unbelievable arm strength. And look at this. Look at the distance between these two. Ramsey was caught looking in the backfield. It happens. But he's thinking more about making a big play on the ball and not thinking about, he's got to cover him there. And we'll watch it again. How does this happen? Diggs just blows by Ramsey. Ramsey's still looking. Like yesterday, I watched Sauce Gardner, and I'm not trying to say Sauce is better than Ramsey, so don't worry about that. But I'm watching Sauce Gardner on Rashad Bateman. It was on Mark Andrews. And Sauce Gardner does not even care about the quarterback. He's not looking at the quarterback. He's trying to basically make his move based on what the receiver's doing. And he face guarded him, but he did a great job in doing so. Didn't commit the penalty and broke up a touchdown pass. This, however, Ramsey's still looking. He's been running with his head over here for a while. Now, I understand if you're here and you're doing it because Allen might run, you have to be aware of that. But when you're over here, he should not be looking. And he's losing ground because he still has his eyes on Josh Allen. And I'll be honest with you, I love Ramsey to death, but Ramsey is not going to be in this play. If Josh Allen runs, I mean, look at how far away they are. He's not going to be a part of this play. He might, maybe, if he breaks some tackles, but that's not his concern. So then he's still looking at Josh Allen. Now, Diggs is finally looking at Josh Allen. Diggs has almost a 5-yard advantage on Ramsey. And then here, Diggs turns into a 5-yard advantage. And then at that point, you're done. Honestly, the throw by Josh Allen wasn't the best. It was great on the run, but it was still underthrown, and Ramsey still somehow had a shot because of the underthrow. Anyway, that's how you see that. That's how that happens. 31-10, that's your ball game after that. The Rams are hoping for a miracle, but it's not very likely. So you got Stafford in the gun. Daryl Henderson is in there. And they're going to do a nice little slip screen here to Higbee. They did that repeatedly, and Higbee drops it. And this is where one of those where, like, he had a nice crease here. Like, look at all this blocked off. If he breaks this tackle, he might have had some significant yards. So that's a big drop there. In a game that you're down 31-10, it's really unlikely you're going to win anyway. And there's always one dude that thinks, for whatever reason, an incomplete pass you can just pick up and run. I don't know why, but there always is one. Like, who on earth thinks that's a fumble? Anyway, so back in the gun, you got Skoranek, Cup, Allen, Robinson, Higbee, you got Hendo. And Bill's still just playing their game. They have two back there. They don't want to give up the big play, even though it's 31-10. They're not really worried about, doing that. Of course, there's penalty there. All right. Now they move Higbee out in motion. Von Miller's coming off the edge, dumps it off. Henderson. That's good running by Henderson. Obviously, after he got the catch, but obviously you got to get back to the line of scrimmage because of the stupid penalty that the Rams got. That's as best as you can do against Von Miller. I appreciate that effort, Havenstein. I'm not gonna lie. I'm okay with that. So now, Stafford can go to Higbee here. He might have Skoranek. Kind of unsure about that. Doesn't really have the speed to get over the top, but what we're going to see here is that he wouldn't have Skoranek, and he's going to get sacked. He gets rid of the ball. He gets hit while he's throwing. So you got Stafford here. And, yeah, he gets rid of the ball. Good decision there, getting it to Higbee. Not really a lot of time. If he got more time, would have been a little bit different. Now you got Stafford in the gun. Hands it off. Henderson bouncing off tackles. Getting the first down on 4th down. I understand the game's pretty much over at this point, but this is a hell of an effort by Henderson, a guy that I'm told that doesn't break tackles. Boom. Gets the first down. 4th and 1. Love that. There's Stafford getting it to Cup. I like the effort there by Higbee. You get the first down. And then right here, and honestly, folks, after this, it's garbage time. I'm probably just going to end it. But right here, you're going to see Stafford gets tipped, intercepted. And that's pretty much it. Stafford with the nice suplex, whatever you want to call it, inverted suplex, spine buster. If you're a WWE fan, you let me know what that is. I used to watch it, but there you go. There's the pick, and there's Stafford. Boom. Yeah, I feel like he almost did kind of like, what was it, that Samoa Joe, if anybody watches wrestling. Samoa Joe used to do that finisher. But anyway, that's pretty much it. You know, there's still time and everything, but that's when the game was over. I'm not really going to go through the rest of it. We went through 57 minutes. We're over the 2-hour mark, so that's good. Yes, the Muscle Buster. Yes, there we go. We have people in here who know what we're talking about. Yeah, so guys, be sure to like and subscribe if you enjoyed this film room. It doesn't look like I got copyright struck. I'll probably find out I did tomorrow morning when I wake up. But yeah, be sure to hit the thumbs up. Really does help out the channel, helps me out. I'll put this out every week if you guys hit the thumbs up right now. So we get that like up, I will put this out every single week. But that's going to do it. So I hope you guys enjoyed, again, for another JE Film Room. Haven't done one since last year. Didn't do enough of them. So we're going to try to do them every single week. If you like this format, please let me know in the comments section. What can I improve on? What did I hit on? I don't know. You let me know. And if you honestly don't have anything to put in the comments section, just throw an emoji in there. Any sort of engagement definitely helps the channel. If you're on mobile phone, there is a little bell icon that you can hit. You'll never miss another Jake Ellenbogen video. But that is going to be it. I hope you guys enjoyed breaking it all down as best as I could. At the end of the day, I don't think the offensive line was as bad as we thought. It always looks worse then, and yes, they did give up a lot of sacks, but at the end of the day, I do think Stafford missed some throws. I do think the offensive line has to play better, but they went up against a tough team. I don't come away from this tape thinking they're done. I don't come away from this tape worrying. I think they're going to look really good against the Falcons. I think they'll have everything cleaned up for the most part, and I understand the injuries are there, but this is a damn good football team. They went up against a damn good football team. Ken Dorsey had an amazing, honestly, I thought he had an amazing game plan, getting the ball out quickly, using Gilliam to spring the running backs. You had Singletary playing the way he did. A couple big plays that really made this game a lot more, a bigger game than it really was. 31-10 is not what I watched. I understand the Bills did well and they moved the ball. But aside from a couple huge, burnt coverages, this game could have been close. It was 17-10 at the beginning of the fourth quarter. So that's going to do it for me. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will see you guys soon. Later, folks.